one more point about Olympiacos. I just wanted to, mention this. How are you stopping Evan Fournier and Sasha Vezenkov pick and rolls, like two-man game? Because Fournier has the ball. That's already a problem in EuroLeague. And then Sasha Vezenkov is going to, and that's the tricky part. He's either slipping the pick and roll. He can set the screen and then pop. He can slip and pop, or he can just run around like this and do like a kind of face cut, and Fournier can get the ball. So how do you guard that? And if you are just on a slight miscommunication, it's either Vezenkov wide open, and if you're late to Vezenkov, he's probably going to pump fake the shot. Someone flies by, he makes the shot because he has one of the quickest releases. Other times, because of Vezenkov's movement when actually setting or not setting that ball, Fournier is wide open, and we saw that in that run that they made in the second half. Vezenkov is right there, going to set the pick. Two guys are on Vezenkov. Fournier is like wide open after already making 3 shots in a row, and I'm like, how do you stop that? And I like that they're getting more reps together. They're playing, in every game more pick and rolls, and it's going to be a problem to solve.
I think you don't stop that. I mean, they're just too good. But my idea about defense is when you're facing such talented teams is that you have to force them to be mid-range shooters. You have to force them to take those less effective shots. I mean, because if they go for threes or layups, you're done. Vezenkov, he only scores layups and threes. So somehow, Evan Fournier, I know he can knock down any type of shot, but if you make him a mid-range shooter, it's less effective. And nights like in Vitoria might happen. In Vitoria, he was 1 from 11 shooting 2-pointers.
But he also made so many threes in the end and decided the game.
He's also a really aggressive, athletic player. He can drive to the rim. He can draw fouls. And it's easy to say something, like do this or do that. At the end of the day, you're facing one of the best players in Europe, and you have to live with the fact they're going to drop 20. They're going to drop 20, whether you defend good or not, whether you contest those shots or not. Because even yesterday, I think Abalde, Gonzalez, they did a good job against Fournier on certain possessions, but he still scored. So what can you do about that?
Shout out to Shaq McKissick. He's been playing amazing basketball recently.
I loved his dunk at the end of the game. Like the ball went to him and he was already running. And when he's running in full speed and he has an absolutely open corridor to the rim.
Take off.
Two-handed dunk.
Houston, we taking off. And he's taking off just last 4 games. 17 points against Žalgiris, 16 against Bayern, 22 against Baskonia, 13 against Real Madrid. He has missed 3 2-point field goals out of 17. So that's 14 of 17 makes. And he has made also 10 threes in 4 games.
His 3-point shooting is close to 40% this season. He's
39.
He's not the guy you want to see shooting wide open threes anymore. 2 years ago or 3 years ago, other teams would dare him to shoot. Right now, he's burying those shots. 39% is great.
How do you guard that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Look, Rytis, how do you guard Shaq McKissick if you're close to him? Like
I don't want to guard him. Can I guard somebody else?
Who you want to guard? K-pop?
That would be a bit easier.
Yeah, but he's still going to make a random free when nobody's making a shot on Olympiacos team, like hand in his face. K-pop gets the ball and makes a shot. Like that's how I imagine him.